Hello, Namaskar, Vanakkam. Welcome to Careers with Sudhir. This is going to be your one-stop platform where you will get accurate, reliable, and trustworthy information about the career choices you wish to make. I am Sudhir Sir. Now, in this particular video, I'm going to focus on an extremely important aspect, the decision that you need to make when you're just clearing class 12, or you may be in class 11 and you need to take the call, what will you do the following year? So this video is for you. As I said, it will be seedhi baat, no bakwas, straight to the point. BBA versus BCom, because many of you often wonder whether I should pursue BCom, then chartered accountancy, CS, etc., CFA, whether I should pursue that path or should I do a BBA. क्या बीबीए करने से या बीकॉम करने से नौकरी मिलेगी? इफ देयर आर पीपल हु आर टेलिंग यू दैट बीकॉम करने से, बीबीए करने से इमीडिएटली नौकरी मिलेगी, दैट्स अनफॉर्चुनेटली not the entire truth. It may be possible, but it won't be those kind of fancy jobs. All that information and more coming up in this video. So subscribe to this new channel and stay connected. Write in your queries, share the video with friends who may also be benefited by it. Okay, let's get started. Oh, sorry. Now, let's first understand what exactly are these two courses. What is BBA? BBA is Bachelor of Business Administration, as many of you would be aware. What does it really do? It's an undergraduate course, that is something which you do immediately after class 12. It is to develop management, leadership, and business administration skills. I'll just break it down into very simple terms. If you are someone who gets excited by case studies of what Asian Paints did, you would be seeing ads of this Birla Opus paints which have come, right? Now, Birla Opus paints has entered into a crowded market, a market which is already dominated by the likes of Asian Paints, which is like the big daddy of the paints industry, Berger Paints, you have Indigo Paints. So you have an industry which is already occupied by these giants. वहां पर बिरला ग्रुप अपना एंट्री मार रहा है. So how do they distinguish their product? They are distinguishing their product by saying that this is trendy. This is not the purane zamane wala paint, it is trendy. I'll give you another example in a book by my friend Harsh Pamnani, who had written a book recently, कि जब भी body pain कहीं पे होता है, right? You apply or you would apply Iodex, right? Iodex मलिए, काम पर चलिए. This used to be their tagline, ad line, right? How did Move enter into the market? Move entered into the market because they did a survey. और survey में उनको एक common बात क्या पता चली? That was that people did not like two things about Iodex. One, the smell, very strong smell. दुनिया को पता चल जाता था कि Iodex मला है, right? The second thing was the stickiness. बहुत चिपचिपा था. So enter Move, which did not have the same kind of very strong pungent smell. The second aspect about Move was that it was not as sticky as Iodex. And that's how Move entered into the market. And now you have sprays as well as the thing which you rub on your body. If you feel excited with these kind of case studies, and there can be many, right? If you feel excited about these kind of things, then BBA is the course for you, right? I hope you understand. So it tells you about management, leadership, how to lead a team, how to manage a team, right? And also how to improve upon your business prospects of whichever company you are part of. Now, it is ideal for those kind of students who are seeking to pursue careers in management, entrepreneurship, and corporate leadership, right? You move up the ladder in a corporate firm, anything. It could be in textiles, it could be in semiconductors, it could be in oil and gas exploration, whatever. Or you want to start your own business, a startup with a great idea, or a general business and turn an entrepreneur. All that is part of those people if you feel interested. So this call has to be taken by you with the inputs given by your parents, who obviously know कि तुम में वो interest है, तुम में वो कीड़ा है, that you understand what is to be done. If you feel, then take an informed decision. So this channel is not कि ये information दो, ये information दो. I am going to help you understand yourself so that you can take an informed decision. I hope this is clear. Let's now move to BCom. What is BCom? BCom, of course, is a Bachelor of Commerce degree. Bachelor of Commerce degree that focuses on commerce, right? Now, commerce is also to do with business. अगर आप business करते हैं, obviously वो पैसा बनाएगा, right? So, if you're talking about things like finance, कि उसका financing कहाँ से होगा, taxation rules, कितना GST पे करना है, कितना income tax पे करना है, कितना advance tax पे करना है, accounting procedures. It is suitable for careers in accounting, finance, banking. You can go and join the State Bank of India or an ICICI or an Axis Bank. It provides strong foundation in financial concepts. तो यहाँ पे you are in the world of numbers. So यहाँ पे तीन चीजें जरूरी होनी चाहिए. Your maths has to be strong, your economic sense has to be strong, and you need to have a sense of accounting, right? So these things, if you are strong, then BCom is the course for you. But आजकल BCom honors, even if you do it from a prestigious university like Delhi University, you may not get a job easily because there are so many BCom honors students. Similarly, there are lots of BBA graduates also coming out. So that is something which you need to bear in mind, that these two are basically like foundation courses. In itself, it will not get you a dream job. It may get you a job, but it will not be a very high paying job, right? So this is something which you need to bear in mind. yahan tak samajh mein aa gaya to samajh mein aa gaya likho, and then we will go ahead. Now, what does BBA entail? Now let's get into more intricate details. Why is it so hot? What are the subjects that you study under BBA? First is human resources, that is people to people relationship, right? You study that. Then you have business communication. How do you communicate within a corporate firm, between colleagues, in management? How do you make presentations to a client? All that you learn as part of business oriented communication. You learn the art of marketing, which is a fascinating field, and there are some wonderful colleges at the postgraduate level for marketing, right? Marketing, organizational behavior, how do you operate within a particular firm, between colleagues, what is the right kind of conduct which is expected, financial management, operations management. You become an operations manager, you can go into the field of finance going forward. So these are the subjects that you study as part of BBA. Feel excited? Then isme dubki maro. That is what you should do. Now, what are the kind of industries that you can get into? You can be part of a startup, and there are so many startups in this country today. It's not necessarily only the Swiggies and the Zomatos and the Blinkits. It's not just quick commerce and e-commerce. You have in the field of semiconductors and EVs, etc. There are a lot of startups which are there. Corporate firms, FMCG, a very growing field where they actually like to recruit a lot of freshers, fresh out of college, bursting with energy, bursting with ideas. That's a kind of crowd that they like. The FMCG firms, the Hindustan Unilever, the Procter and Gamble, the Maricos of the world, all these are FMCG companies. Retail, again, the retail could be the Big Basket, it could be the Ratnadeep, it could be Reliance. All these are retail chains. Tata's, of course, and consulting. Consulting are of different levels. The international levels are the Bain and Company, the Boston Consulting Group, the McKinsey. At the second level, the Indian level, are the Deloitte, the KPMG, etc. So consulting, where you kind of go and offer advice to a particular company. It could be a shipping company that may want to restructure itself. So you understand the problem areas and then give them a solution to it. Then the next month, you could be asked to kind of revive a textile unit. The third month, you could be asked to do something for a sports firm, right? So it could be different and a very exciting and a very challenging kind of field. So these are some of the industry fits that you are essentially talking about. So then in the career scope, obviously you have management, marketing, HR, consultancy, etc., entrepreneurship kind of thing. You can become a business analyst, you can become a marketing manager, you can become an HR consultant, you can become an operations or a product manager, right? So these are the things. The salaries could start after BBA at around 3 to 6 lakhs, depending on the kind of company and the kind of role that you are getting into. But as you go forward, if you do an MBA, your prospects obviously improve. So it is essentially, in a nutshell, a more industry oriented course. समझ में आ गए? It makes you industry ready to a large extent as compared to BCom, which is much more theory oriented. Okay, now let's come to the BCom. What does it entail? What are the subjects? Accounting, economics, you will be familiar. जिसने भी commerce किया है वो उनको familiarity होगी. Taxation, business law. This is very important because आजकल इतने ज्यादा changes हो गए हैं in laws relating. Now the new income tax laws have come, so you need to be aware of each and every law in order to be able to help your firm or your client. Cost accounting, banking, finance, these are all the subjects very heavy in theory. So अगर आपका एप्टीट्यूड है तभी उसमें घुसिए, नहीं तो वहां जाके अगर आपको लगता है कि यू आर फीलिंग बोर्ड, दैट मे बी द रॉन्ग चॉइस टू मेक. Then what are the kind of industries that you can get into? Mainly banking, as I said, parts of different banks. Financial services, it could be Bajaj Finance, it could be Shriram Finance. There are different finance NBFCs which are there. Cooperative banks. You can be part of an auditing firm which kind of audits the accounts of a particular company. Taxation, if your interest is in taxation related laws, it could be income tax, it could be GST, and you can be part of government also, because government also needs like the comptroller and auditor general, which audits every department's account. So you can be part of such agencies which help in the audit of all those accounts. So this is what, as far as BCom is concerned. Let's move. Now, what are the pros and cons? आपको हर चीज के प्लस और माइनस जानना बहुत जरूरी है. It should not be like कि ये प्लस मेरे को सब पता हो गया, अभी माइनस के बारे में मैं चिंता नहीं करूंगा, ऐसा नहीं होगा. Okay, so what are the BBA का pros and cons? Are there any points that I'm missing out? Because I've also made some notes. No. Okay. So what are the pros and cons? So पहला ये है, एडवांटेज ये है कि यू गेट वेरी अर्ली एक्सपोजर टू बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट एंड कॉर्पोरेट कल्चर. बीबीए में आपको पता चल जाएगा कि ये कंपनी इस तरह से काम करती है, बिकॉज अब इतने सारे केस स्टडीज के बारे में आपको बताया जाएगा दैट यू विल नो, ओके, इस कंपनी का ये कल्चर है, वर्क कल्चर है. दिस कंपनी, कोलगेट पामोलिव, प्रॉक्टर एंड गैम्बल, एशियन पेंट्स, बर्जर पेंट्स, these are the different areas it actually works on. Or let's say fast foods, a Varun Beverages और एक Bikaji में या देवयानी में क्या क्या फर्क है. Okay, so you need to know, all of them are listed on the stock market, so how do they kind of distinguish themselves? So you learn about the management and the corporate style of different firms. Learning through case studies happens a lot. You go and get to intern at some of these companies, you become part of their projects, and it's a direct pathway to MBA. Now, whenever you go an MBA, be it one of the IIMs or an XLRI or the IMTs or the MDIs or the SP Jain of this world, MBA करने में काफी लोग जो BBA करके MBA में आते हैं, because they see कि पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन करने से ही मेरा वैल्यू ज्यादा बढ़ेगा. I will, start at a higher salary. So BBA करना काफी नहीं होता है. You need to do an MBA also in order to make yourself more valuable and more industry ready. So if you have done a BBA, it puts you at an advantage when you are appearing for MBA. If you clear the examination in the GD group discussion and personal interview, you are able to negotiate and navigate your way better because you're already familiar with much of the jargon which is used in management. So that becomes an advantage. Okay, this is an important point. Then it develops strategic thinking skills, in the sense that how would the company is facing a particular problem, suddenly unka plant mein industry mein strike ho gaya, when they had got a new order, how do they negotiate and navigate through such a problem? All these kind of things will be part of BBA. So this is a huge advantage. Disadvantage kya hai? It is limited career options without an MBA. MBA करे, because MBA, if you do it from a top-notch institute, you start at a real high salary. But BBA के साथ, as I said, you'll start between the 3 to 6 With an MBA, that 3 lakh can actually become 20 lakh. It can become 25 to 30 lakh. So it can grow exponentially with a post graduation MBA. It is not focused on finance and taxation. बीबीए में जिस तरह से बीकॉम में होता है, उस तरह से फाइनेंस एंड टैक्सेशन पर फोकस नहीं किया जाता है. सो दैट इज अ ड्रॉबैक एज फार एज BBA is concerned. So please remember that, because if you are looking to do a career in finance, then MBA level पर जाकर आपको स्पेशलाइजेशन करना पड़ेगा. BBA में फाइनेंस और टैक्सेशन के बारे में ज्यादा नहीं बताया जाता है. Let's now move to the BCom ke pros and cons. So as I said, I will give you a comprehensive overview so that at the end of the video, you should feel that, okay, I learned something new. Okay. Now, as far as BCom is concerned, it gives you a foundation in finance, accounting, economics, and you can subsequently do CA or CS. This is extremely important. Okay. Or CFA. But the disadvantage with BCom is that there is less practical. As I said, it's a very theoretical oriented course, right? So there is less practical exposure when compared to BBA. BBA mein you do internships with some industries, so there is greater interaction with the industry. You get to know, because only when you work you will get to. Otherwise classroom mein teaching learning utna hi limited hi rahega. Further studies required to get high paying job, does not focus on management and entrepreneurship. इन दोनों चीजें, तो जैसे उसमें फाइनेंस और टैक्सेशन नहीं होता है, इसमें मैनेजमेंट और एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के बारे में आपको आइडिया नहीं दिया जाएगा, जहां तक बीकॉम का सवाल है in any college in India. Now let's look at some of the colleges that you can look at. BBA colleges कौन से टॉप है? There is Christ University in Bengaluru, there is Loyola College in Chennai, there is Mount Carmel College in Bengaluru. And as far as BCom is concerned, and this I can say because I am a Delhi University product, Shriram College of Commerce, top notch. Yahan par recruiters come to recruit people. So if you are doing a BCom honors from an SRCC or a Lady Shriram College, which is, this is in North Campus, this is also in North Campus, this is not in North Campus, or Hindu College, where my wife studied from. If you get from these 3 colleges, there are many other colleges in Delhi University, but these are the top colleges. If you do it, then you can get into a job. You can work for a year and then probably do your chartered accountancy, but many people do it almost simultaneously. So these are the top colleges that you should try to get in through CUET as far as BCom is concerned. Now, let me conclude at the end, and this is something very important. If you prefer business oriented subjects, and that is something, please remember, this call has to be taken by you while discussing in consultation with your parents. Please remember this. If you prefer business oriented subjects and want to enter the corporate lifestyle and management, you should go in for BBA. If your interest is in finance, accounting, taxation, go for BCom. This call you need to make. Okay, and especially if you are a class 10, class 11 student or class 12 student, this call has to be taken by you right now. In both cases, a postgraduate course in the form of an MBA in the case of a BBA, BBA के बाद MBA, or professional courses like chartered accountancy, company secretaryship, or CFA, which is chartered financial analyst, is necessary. आपका value job market में ज्यादा बढ़ जाएगा. People will be interested in you because आपने ज्यादा पढ़ा है, which is why, if you are immediately getting into some business after 12th class, उसका वैल्यू नहीं होता है. लर्निंग का अपना एक वैल्यू होता है, बिकॉज देयर इज अ सर्टेन दिस थिंग फॉर द काइंड ऑफ एकेडमिक रिगर दैट यू हैव शोन, राइट? सो दैट इज समथिंग वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. So apart from this, you can become an auditor, a tax consultant, a banker, etc. You can become all that. So that's as far as the conclusion is concerned. So I hope इससे आपको फायदा हुआ. Please send in your feedback, share the video, subscribe to the channel, because there is a lot going to come up on this channel about different kinds of careers. And as I said in our introduction video, we are going to be getting you lots of interviews with industry people so that you get a practical idea. How is the life of a lawyer? How is the life of a criminal lawyer versus a civil lawyer, civil cases lawyer? How is the life of a doctor? How is the life of a coder, right? So we will, an architect, a stand-up comedian. So we'll get you all these interviews so that you get a practical sense of, okay, this is what I would like to get into, or this is what I would not like to get into, right? And there will be more. We'll be doing कॉलेज स्पेसिफिक वीडियोस सो दैट यू नो दैट ओके मुझे इस कॉलेज में जाना है, इस कॉलेज की सभी जानकारी इस वीडियो में रहेगी, सो देन आई कैन टेक एन इन्फॉर्म्ड डिसीजन. So all that and much more going to come up on Careers with Sudhir, our third channel. I hope that you will subscribe to the channel and also share the video and the links of the channel with your friends so that more and more students, more and more children and their parents could get benefited. Till the next video, stay well. Thank you very much. Tata. Bye-bye.